morning everyone, welcome back to our morning show. I hope you all are doing well. Today our guests are very special and they all are working as a volunteer for Saaisha India. So let's talk to them and know more about Saaisha India and what role they are playing for Saaisha India. So let's talk to them and welcome our guests. Thank you. Hello all the beautiful ladies. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well.
Great.
So Akhila ji, how are you?
Very great.
Akhila, tell us about yourself and about Saaisha.
Thank you, Samanji. I'm Akila. I'm the coordinator for UAE region right now of Saaisha India Foundation, and I'm basically an IT professional. Since Abu Dhabi, I moved in 2014. I got to know about Saaisha in 2018 through a very good friend. She's part of core team member, Mrs. Sabita Rao, and that's how I got inducted with Saaisha. To tell about Saaisha, it means, the word Saaisha itself means a meaningful life. Okay, so our founder is Mrs. Jayashree Ratan. She's a Mumbai resident. She got into this idea when she was in US, and she got to know there is a very good organization which makes false breast prosthetics and gives it for free to people in US. But then when she came back to India, she got inspired by this idea and she started with just 3-4 members. It was a casual discussion in the balcony. It started in Mumbai, and then they started this, thought they will give it to as many people with this handcrafted skill. We just need to know crochet or knitting, that's it. But you can make a difference, huge difference to be in fact, to a lot of breast cancer survivors. So that's how it started in March 2018, okay, in Mumbai. So we are all part of that Saaisha.
Wow. So how you contribute for Saaisha?
We make knockers. These are the false breast prosthetics called knockers.
Okay.
We make with 100% mercerized cotton yarn, and we send it to India and they distribute it for free. And we have huge number of volunteers in India who give these to the beneficiaries. We call them beneficiaries, the people who need it. Some beneficiaries turned out to be volunteers later in our own organization. And originally we were very less. In the year of 2018 we were only 23. In UAE we were just 3 to 4. But now we are a band of 339 people across 9 countries.
Wow.
And it's a very noble thing because you know the trauma the breast cancer survivor undergoes, it's like unexplainable. This is a very little thing that can uplift them and make them move around in the society, because you know we have, lost one breast, ladies would hesitate to move out, right? And this, especially for working women, we have a lot of testimonials received saying we are highly thankful to Saaisha India.
So what platform you use to, aware people?
When we started, our focus in 2018 was to build teams, the core team and the people around it, the countries.
You were collecting
people who to contribute. In 2019, we got a good band of people, and then we thought this has to be known because we distribute it for free. We know there is a huge demand, but we don't know who needs it. Right? So we wanted to make more awareness. As you know, the media only rules. So we got into media coverage in 2020. Thanks to COVID, many started making and many started knowing about us. But a lot of awareness things happening, especially in 2020.
So tell me how people can connect with Saaisha India, how they can connect you.
Yeah, we have a website. People can request for knockers. It's just a matter of a mail. If you send a mail, we'll send a pair of knockers. Anybody, we'll check the authenticity of the person, whether they are operated in any specific hospital or something like that. Those details if they give, a pair of knockers will be sent through post. All the postal charges, Saaisha India bears.
Who is the person who is collecting all the knockers and collecting from the UAE and then dispatch? Who's the coordinator?
Yeah, I do that along with the help of Geeta Krishnan over here.
Okay.
She's our kind of a right hand to do all this coordination stuff.
Okay.
We only make here.
Okay.
We distribute only in India. After the knockers are made from our volunteers, we collect it in every region, and as and when anyone travels, we send it.
So is
to
there a
India.
particular place where you send, or anybody who wants, you just send directly to them, or is it particular
Yeah, that's a good
places?
question. Yeah, we
Yeah.
send it to only 2 hubs in India.
In India.
Mumbai, there is a main hub. Okay, our core team is there, our founder is there. We send it either there or in Chennai also. There is a huge distribution.
Okay.
We distribute in bulk to many hospitals.
Okay.
So we send it to Chennai hub or Mumbai hub, depending on the need.
People need to contact Mumbai or Chennai.
Chennai, but the mail just goes to the organization in Mumbai. Registered office is in Mumbai.
Okay.
Okay, all those details are available in the website, in our Facebook page, in our Instagram page, and people can approach.
Yeah, I'll
me.
share all the information in the description box. So now we'll move to Geeta ji. Geeta ji, how are you?
I'm very good. How about you?
I'm doing absolutely fine. So Geeta ji, as I know, you are working in multinational company, right? It's a dream job for everyone, but you left your job to do some social work, like volunteer work for some people of determination for Saaisha India. So this was your decision, and how did your journey started?
No, it was like I took a break that time when I went to a special needs school in Abu Dhabi. I went as a volunteer there. So that time there was a person from US Autism Center, New York. They came and they gave some presentation. So at that particular day, I saw a parent, a Filipino parent, who was literally crying. That a child was running around and she was crying, and she said, like, I find it difficult even to go to the nature call peacefully. Okay, that struck me. That day I came home, it disturbed me a lot, and till such time I didn't know that this kind of world is there. The whole, I mean, usually back in India we usually say, oh, they are insane. Only that I know. But after that I said, no, I have to do something. I came, discussed with my husband. Then from then on I started going as a volunteer in this special field, special education. Yeah.
So how did you connect with Saaisha? How did you come to know about Saaisha India?
That is same time in 2018. We all met on the same day in Miss Sabita's house, and I got connected with Miss Sabita regarding the special needs. She's into education field, so I asked her, I want to do something. I came back to Abu Dhabi after a brief staying away from Abu Dhabi for 5 years. So I asked her, I want to do something for the special needs. How can I help? Then she said, you come into this, and we all met on the same day in Miss Sabita's house. That's how we started this Saaisha. She said, we are doing something for the cancer patients. I should say warriors more than patients. Yeah. They are fighting hard. Then I said, when she said cancer patient, then I thought I should do something for this as well. So that's how it started.
Your journey started.
Yes,
wow, it's a
with
beautiful
Saaisha.
journey. So you want to share anything else about Saaisha India? Already Akila told so many things. You want to share anything?
Yeah, but like as she told Ms. Jayashree Ratan, she is the founder of Saaisha. The one thing is, when she came back to India after visiting US, her aunt, she had breast cancer.
Okay.
So she was having kerchief inside the bra to have a false thing. Yeah, she was using that.
People used to ladies who used to
handkerchief or tissue
or
inside that their braziers.
Oh.
So then she said she wanted to try this. Then she started making knockers after going to US, and she gave to her aunt, I believe. And she was so impressed. Then that aunt said, why can't you help some other people? That's how she started with 4 of her friends. And it started with a pair of knockers which she gave. Now we have distributed about 8,000 knockers.
Wow.
Yeah. And apart from that, we do make beanies. These are for the pediatric cancer patients.
Okay,
So,
for pediatric.
Pediatric cancer, mostly children.
Mostly.
So after the chemotherapy, they become their hair falls, and they go through a lot of emotional thing also. So we started with this beanies. We were distributing to St. Jude's. Now that is also expanding. So yesterday they have distributed, a couple of days back they have distributed in another pediatric hospital in Chennai as well. So everything is expanding, and volunteers also expanding.
So if people wants to do this volunteer work with you guys, so how they can contact you, how they can join you?
Yeah. See, Akila is looking after the social media.
Okay.
So she puts video, testimonials, everything that doing this, how much work it takes. So through that, and also through the website, and we have our brochures. So wherever we go, we give it to the, general public. In India, it is more because we make sure that we are not distributing it. It has to reach the rural people.
Yeah.
Those who are in need. And because here the thing is, people can go for reconstruction. Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
Or they can go for the silicone processes. Though it is expensive, it is affordable for them.
Yes.
But in India, it is the rural areas. It's you won't believe, 14-year-old came to us for a pair of knockers. Can you believe that? Yeah. So why? Because it gives them confidence to move around. Otherwise, they are inside the house. You can see 30 years, 28 years, 40 years, in mid 20, 30, 40s, they are having cancer and they are inside the house, not going out. So when, as she said, no, when they get the knockers, they say they can wear the churidar and they can wear sari and go out. Otherwise, they are inside the house. So this is a great thing. We every day, whenever we get some kind of feedback, we immediately thank Ms. Jay Sri Lata.
So volunteers are also increasing.
Exactly, increasing. And we are spending our time meaningfully.
Yeah. So my last question with you, do you have any regret, like you quit your job and you are doing this? Are you happy with this, or do you have any regret?
No, not at all.
No.
Always I don't have any regrets in life. That is one thing. Yeah. Okay. Just go with the flow in life, and I love doing this, and I'm sure that I have made the right decision.
You are enjoying your work.
Every bit of it. Yes.
Thank you so much, Geeta ji. Hello, Vijaya ji. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Where are you from?
I'm from Mumbai, but I'm also a Tamilian, but brought up in Mumbai.
So tell us about yourself first.
Yeah, I was in Mumbai from my childhood. So after that, I started working as a teacher in 1989.
Wow.
Till 2000, I was working. Then my husband shifted to Abu Dhabi. Then I joined him. And here I didn't work as a teacher.
So you quit your job?
Yes.
So tell me, Vijaya, if you are also connected with Saaisha India and other organizations also.
Yes.
So tell me one thing, if ladies wants to work for Saaisha India, if ladies want to learn about, ladies wants to make knockers or beanies, how they can learn? Is there any training or a course for this?
Yeah. In 2019, I joined this group. I was with the other group. I was doing for Guinness Book Record, blankets, everything. So after that, in that we had one person called Rama. So she told that this group is doing knocker for the breast cancer people. So I was very much interested because I love knitting. I do knitting as well as I do crochet.
Wow.
So yeah. So I thought I will join this group. In 2019, we were all sitting together and we were doing this knocker. But as the COVID came, so we were like, we can't go to each other's place. So there was an online course, and now it is still going on because people can easily learn from online, and many people can join, you know that. So they started to teach in online. So knitting with 4 needles as well as 2 needles, and even the crochet. There are different sections taught by many volunteers in India as well as in UAE. Some people are doing online teaching.
So basically, it's an online course. People
Yes.
can learn.
Yeah, anyone can join, and they can, of course, if anyone is interested, they can ask the people who knows this. No, so we tell them to go and learn, and then they make it, and then they give to the main volunteers.
So why did you choose to work with Saaisha India also? Or you are working with some other NGOs also?
Yeah,
right?
I'm working with other NGO like Beacon. They are doing like shawl, sweaters. Even I make sweaters, shawl, and many things. This beanies also I make and give. So there also I'm giving, here also I
Wow, you
make
are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, I love doing, because I was with children, so I wanted to do something. My children had grown up, so this is a good thing that make me feel better when I sit and do for someone who is in need.
What material you use for
We
these knockers?
We use cotton mercerized, and this we get in India. We have to contact the Saaisha organization, and they tell us how to order it. So even when I go to India, I have the number of that person, and then I call them, and they send through courier. So it is a mercerized cotton. Because it is comfortable
for some particular places.
Yeah, it is. I think in Gujarat as well as in Goa, there are people who make this yarn.
Okay.
So from them we order, or we contact the main volunteers. They send to us. When we go to India or here also, some people bring a lot, and then we distribute to the main volunteers distribute to them.
Okay. So Vijaya, what ladies who went through mastectomy, why they should only use this knockers?
Mercerized cotton we use because it is more comfortable. You know, in summer all it is very difficult to wear the synthetic one. So this cotton is very comfortable and easy also. It is very, and you feel better. The skin becomes very sensitive. After the removal of your breast, so it becomes very sensitive. So cotton is the best one to wear. So we use only the cotton, and it is an approved cotton, which is being used by, it has been done, research has been done on that, so it has been approved.
Okay, thank you so much, Vijaya.
Thank you.
So now we will move to Arundhati. Arundhati, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Now, what should I say about yourself? You are doing such a wonderful thing for the society. Like, you are only 15 years old, but at this age, girls are usually busy in competitions, or they are usually active on social media, but you are doing such a wonderful job. So first thing I want to ask you, who is your inspiration? By the way, let me tell you, she is Veena's daughter, who herself is a brilliant lady. Also, I want to tell you that Arundhati is our youngest yoga teacher who conducts yoga classes for people of determination. She is a trained traditional Sampradaya Bhajan singer, Carnatic music learner, member of Emirates Environment Group, and a volunteer in Saaisha India, and lit the light. Oh my God, you are the inspiration for all the women. So again, I'll ask, who is your inspiration?
My inspiration is my mom and dad.
As I told before, Veena is also a brilliant woman. You know? So how you reached Saaisha India?
My mom was actually, she joined, I think, under EP-30's recommendation.
Okay.
So she joined, and like when I used to see her, she was sitting in this meeting. I was like, what is going on? You're having a stick in your hand and all. What is this? She was like, this is an organization called Saaisha India. It's where we support breast cancer survivors. And I was like, okay, is it fine if I can join? And she was like, yeah, and let me check with them. And yeah, and I just joined.
So how much time it take to make a knocker? Like a day or two?
For me, it takes like 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty slow.
You are slow, but usually how much time it takes, Akhila? How much time for one knocker? How much time it takes?
It's if it's a pro, they can do it in half an hour or 1 hour.
My God.
But actually, to me, Geeta, we all learned from our friend Shakti who helped us. We used to gather in Musafa every Wednesday.
Wow.
She will teach us the basics of crochet, and then we started doing knockers. For us, it takes, maybe for me, it takes 2 days. I mean, I leave it in parts and I do the front portion first day, the next back portion the next day. But it depends on the person's speed and how fast they do it.
Okay, there are different sizes as
Yes.
well. Okay.
And these youth team members, I would like to add, in the month of June last year, a grade 9 student from Dubai, she started approaching us, auntie, I also want to contribute through Geeta. And then we were like surprised, then why don't we start a youth team? And that's how we got, a lot of people now. A lot of people are there on board, and actually from Alain we get huge. Only one volunteer is there in Alain. She's a grade 11 student. Now she's in grade 12. She used to give us loads of knockers and beanies every time she sends from Alain, and we used to feel very proud and happy about the youth team. And only in UAE we have this youth team very vibrant, and
Aditi is one of them.
Yes.
We are very proud of you guys. So this is now October is there. Why we call October a pink month, like pink October pink, like that? So
yeah, actually, thank you guys for choosing us to talk to us in this Pink October.
Yes.
We call it Pinktober also in short sometimes, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This entire month is, dedicated for the breast cancer warriors across the globe, and so that notion of pink ribbon, that's where the pink month comes into picture, and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
wow. So would you like to share more information about Saaisha India, like contact details and everything?
Yes, dear. Sure. See, actually, anybody can request through website, as I mentioned before. But they need to give some basic details like their contact details, their the hospital where they were operated, and all those things. And that can be either sent by email. In case they are unable to access emails or technically handicapped or something, they can approach the nearby oncologist in any hospitals in their regions, where we will be able to guide them. And the beauty is they can just send a mail, and we will immediately send a pair of knockers to them, to their doorsteps. The shipping charge, everything is taken care by India. One thing I would like to mention is, if anybody wants to volunteer, there are two kind of people who will approach us. Either the beneficiary who needs the knockers, or beanies.
Yes.
Beanies, as of now, we are giving to the designated centers.
What are the requirements if somebody wants
I would like to
join as
mention that,
volunteers?
because that will help our audience. So what they need to do is they can approach the regional coordinators.
Okay.
We
How?
have regional coordinators across India, and Tamil Nadu, Kerala.
How they can
Northeast.
reach that particular number or website? How they can reach?
Yes,
That's the-
we do have the numbers, and these kinds such of forms or brochures are
Yeah.
distributed across the important hospitals and clinics. They can approach website. That's the one-stop shop place where we can send a request or something. The regional coordinators will get in touch with them. There is a predefined induction process. Suppose you want to join a volunteer through UAE group, just contact me.
So you are the regional
Yes,
coordinator.
regional
Okay.
coordinator. What I do is I speak to you. I do a little bit of informal interview. I'll brief about this Saaisha process, everything. And there is you need to send an email stating that I wish to volunteer and why, free flow text. And once that is reached our saaisha.india@gmail.com, that's the same email ID I mentioned in the website also. Once they get it, they will send a welcome letter.
Okay.
That welcome letter email is exhaustive enough. It briefs the entire process, and there will be a link for volunteer information form, VIF. If you fill in those basic details, you will be automatically taken through, absorbed into our process.
Okay.
You become a volunteer for Saaisha, and you will be put into the training group. There is a well-defined training process in our system. Once they get trained, their knockers have to be approved virtually by the trainers, because it happens online.
This training is free? Or
Yes, it's free. It's
free.
not charged.
It's not charged.
Once you become a volunteer, actually Saaisha India is a 100% volunteer-driven organization.
Yes.
So once you become a volunteer, you get trained in this pattern, And I want to emphasize that we all follow the same pattern from knittedknockers.org in USA. Because Saaisha India is a registered organization among the 40 plus countries in their website. Okay. So once we get trained in this as a regional coordinator, I'll approve physically also. Then you become a volunteer in our WhatsApp groups and you start contributing. And I would like to emphasize one more thing. There is no pressure, no targets, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Absolute. Whenever you're free,
volunteering work, so it's up to you.
and we would welcome if you give as many knockers to us, or if you give whenever feasible, we are happy to collect it from you and on your behalf distribute through Saaisha.
So this is the procedure. Tell me, what are the requirements? Like, if I want to do a volunteer, what are the requirements? What do you expect from me to do?
All you need to know is either crochet or knitting. Okay. If you want to do knockers, all these procedures fall in place. If you want to contribute beanies, those chemo caps for the student, for the children, young cancer warriors, you could follow a prescribed pattern from us, or you could follow any pattern from internet. And in those, we don't have a training process. So that's the reason we have all our youth team members get involved in that. And quite a number of people, except Arundhati, majority contribute beanies. We have one more volunteer, Ravalita. She also contributes both knockers and beanies. But we prefer those children get comfortable, and the yarn, there is no restriction also. They can purchase any 100% cotton yarn available in any suppliers across the world for beanies. So that's the only requirement. You need a crochet hook or a knitting needle. That's it. And the passion to serve.
So this whole journey was started by Jayashree ji. So would you like to share more information about Jayashree ji?
Yeah, definitely Saaisha is not a one-man army. Yeah, behind Jayashree ji, that is a very strong person who is Mr. Ratan, her husband. I mean, we are giving all these figures, right? These many knockers, these many beanies, and then we are getting emails. But there is one person sitting in Mumbai checking all these throughout the day. He's 70 plus, but then he's very young at heart, we should say. So it consumes a lot of time to check the mail, and then in that also he will immediately send a response. When there is a request from the doctors or the beneficiary, he will send a response to them, and then once the knockers is sent, he will send another email saying that knockers has been delivered with the tracking number. So a lot of follow-up is being done. And all the data, how many volunteers, if you ask suddenly how many knockers Akila has done, he will give you the figure. He has all the data, he is maintaining everything. Yeah. And then there is another very powerful team, which is an outreach team. Presently we have outreach team in Tamil Nadu. So they are very active in Chennai. So what they do is they travel about 4-5 hours in India. You can imagine how it is in the weather condition and all the commitments at home. They are also volunteers. But then they go to the government hospitals there. They give these knockers to them, and you can see the smile on their face. And then even a couple of days back, they gave the beanies. All the little ones wearing that. And they do get confidence, and we get emotional feedback from them. I mean, it brings tears in your eyes when you listen to that. So that outreach team is very powerful. So we are getting more requests for knockers. So that's how it is working now. So it's a collective. Everyone is working for the same cause.
I must say, behind every successful man there is a woman. But behind every successful woman, there is a progressive man. Either her husband, her father, but a progressive man. Correct? So thank you so much everyone for coming in our show. But before we end our show, I would like you to share a message, a brief message.
Thank you, Samrenji. Before the message, I would like to give a huge round of applause and salute to you both guys, highlighting the stalwarts around us through this morning show. As a message, I would like to say to all of us that let's try to be as busy as possible. So let's be like busy bees, and use our skills and strengths to make something productive, either for yourself or for your family or for the society. Thank you.
Thanks, Miss Samreen and Miss Shweta. It was awesome. And my message is very simple. Just go with the flow in life. Enjoy whatever you do. Thank you.
My message is that if you love to do something, you have to come out and do it. And it is like if you do a volunteer for someone is useful, like for the poor people or for the noble cause. So you feel like you are doing something great in your life. So I think all the ladies should come out and start doing this.
Thank you so much, Samreen Auntie and Shweta Auntie, for calling us up here, for interviewing us. And something I'd like to add on is this is a great cause, and supporting this, like we all need a big heart to do this. And we, especially youngsters, we're like always behind studies, full on stress, pressure, these math exam tomorrow, social science today. So like instead of stressing on all of these things, we can do some extra activities. Let's do volunteering, let's inspire others, help others.